What is going on, beauties and gents? Let me make sure you can hear me as well as see me. Okay, let me test it out. Hello, hello. Awesome. I think we are live and we are ready to hit the road. What is going on, beauties and gents? I am Carla, aka Simply C Silver on YouTube. Thank you so much for joining me. Welcome to our bi-weekly accountability call where we share our health journey, encourage each other, and challenge ourselves to be our best selves and hold each other accountable. This is weight loss journey number 4 for me, and for the last time I plan on ever having to lose this weight again. And to me, that means committing to a lifestyle of fasting, balance, posting, and keeping myself accountable to you as well as myself. But look, September is just beginning, and I feel that I'm off to an amazing start. And y'all already know I don't like to keep y'all long, so we are going to jump right into it, okay? So let's reflect over the last 2 weeks, okay? So week number 1 was for me the bomb.com. I continued with my no sugar, no flour regimen. I got in a 2-day fast on Monday and I fasted at least 20 hours every day. Everything during week 1 was great. Okay. So then week 2 came in and lo and behold, I'm eating still no sugar, no flour foods, but more than I have been during the last few weeks. Okay. And I didn't fast through Monday because I just felt like I needed more food. And I'm still feeling great. I'm still eating like I said, no sugar, no flour foods, but I just feel like I needed more food. So then the chocolate cravings started to come during week 2. And I figured out, okay, so Lady in Red is about to come into town. And by Tuesday, the chocolate cravings are so strong, y'all. Like I'm dreaming, I'm breathing, and I cannot get chocolate out of my head. And I'm actually writing more in my journal during this time because I didn't know at first what was going on. Then I was just like, let me check my flow calendar because this isn't normal for me. When I'm on something, I'm on it. Then all of a sudden during week 2, I'm having all these cravings for chocolate. And I'm like, okay, what's going on? So I want to share with you what I wrote in my journey on Tuesday. I think it was Tuesday, September 4th, whichever day the 4th was. So this is what I wrote to myself. Okay. Today is a hard day. My cycle is about to come on. I was extremely tired yesterday, didn't even work out. I'm craving chocolate like no other today, and I don't know if I'm going to make it. I can't get the chocolate out of my head. I'm drinking water. I'm almost finished with my first 34 ounces of water, but the struggle is real. So later on in the day, I came back to my journal and I said, so I ate the chocolate. 6 Hershey Kisses with nuggets. And y'all know, like, that is my favorite piece of chocolate. Hershey Kisses with nuggets. Like, I'm terribly addicted to those things. And I still feel like I am. That's why I don't buy a whole family size bag anymore. Like, the chocolate is not going to stay in my house. So I continue to write. They were good and satisfying. Now I can really move on. This tells me that my body is still addicted to sugar. And that's okay because I'm working on this part of myself. This is my second time having sugar in the last 3 weeks. And to be honest, I'm proud of myself. So I'm going to give myself some grace and keep it moving. I finished the day with an amazing workout, closing all of my rings and getting in a strength training workout, which has been a struggle the last couple of weeks. This is huge for me because I would just count the rest of the day as a wash and have chocolate the rest of the day, but not today. I'm growing and I'm learning and I'm building a lifestyle of balance. I feel great and I know the healthy 160s are just over the horizon. The end. So that was my short journal writing for, I believe, whatever day September 4th was, when I was just, chocolate cravings just would not go away. So let me tell you, today we are going to talk about journaling again, something most of us know that we should do, but we neglect to do it on a regular basis because of whatever reason we make up for ourselves. Okay. So right now we are going to continue to reflect over the past 2 weeks, and we're going to talk a little more deeply into journaling in the next few slides. Okay. So during my week 2 and week 1, I was able to keep up with walking at least 8,000 steps a day, 5 to 6 days a week, actually at least 4 days a week. And I believe during both weeks, let me take a look at this right quick. I did do at least 5 days of my 8,000 steps, including all of my rings, meaning I burned at least 500 calories. I was standing for at least 6 hours. My last 2 weeks were good as far as working out, even with the days that I was tired. And you can also see the pics of what I've been eating on my TikTok page. I seem to post there more often. And then later on in the week, I'll make sure everything is uploaded to YouTube. But if you want to see it on a more regular basis, it is on my TikTok page. Okay. So let's go on to growth and progress. I'm doing very well at pushing the button, fasting consistently, and getting at least 8,000 steps in 5 to 6 days a week. And I feel like I'm well on my way to getting into my incentive outfit. But there are still room for improvement. There is still room for improvement, which I should say. I feel like I, for myself, need to be journaling more often. I only seem to do it when I'm struggling, which is good that I write when I'm struggling, but I also need to track what I'm doing well when my days are not as hard. Okay. So that's one thing I do want to work on these next 2 weeks is more journaling. Okay. So nice, short, and sweet. Let's talk about journaling. So most of you know, and if you don't know, I'm going to tell you. Okay. Journaling can be a very powerful tool to support any health journey. It promotes self-awareness, accountability, and emotional balance. When you're having a good day, when you're having a bad day, it helps you to remember those feelings, for one, and to remember how you got to those feelings. And I just wanted to give you some ways it can help, and hopefully you'll choose to incorporate journaling into your journey. Okay. So number one, thing that I think journaling can help is it helps you to track your progress and your patterns, if I can get it out. Writing down when you fast, when you eat, and how you feel can help you identify patterns that work best for your body. You can also check and write down and track those energy levels, your moods, your hunger across different fasting schedules, and see which one works best for you and your goals. And I know for me, when I'm journaling on a regular basis, I already know that I feel better and I'm able to fast longer my weight is better too when I feast earlier in the day. So if I can cut it off by 5, 6 o'clock, I feel so much better. My weight does better when I eat earlier in the day, and my mood is better in the morning. So those are just a few things you can track to, see how they work for your body, like I said, as well as your goals. And number 2, journaling helps manage cravings and emotional eating. Journaling about your emotions and triggers that come along with those emotions can reveal to you why we crave certain foods outside of eating windows. Okay. It can also help you differentiate between actual hunger and emotional responses to stress or maybe even boredom. Okay. Number 3 tip that I think journaling helps with is reflecting on your goals and intentions. Journaling helps you to stay focused on why we started this health journey in the first place, and regularly reviewing those goals like weight loss or improved health also helps keep us motivated. Okay. So write what your goals are and why those are your goals, because sometimes we need to be reminded when we're struggling as well as when we're doing well. Because I know for me, like, if you've been with me for a while, you know, when I'm doing well, I start to feel myself, and then I start to think I can have a little bit of this and I can have a little bit of that, and before you know it, I'm off track again. But when I go back to my journal and I read about those times, I'm able to remind myself that, like, you're not at your goal yet, and even when you are to your goal, it's still a journey. Like, you can't go back to your it's balance. You'll never be able to go back to the exact same way you were, because it's all about balance. And that's why how we get ourselves in the situations where I am right now, where this is the fourth time I'm losing weight, because I go back to those old habits. And that's why I'm thankful that I'm going through this journey with you all, because I can help prevent you from doing that by you seeing me having to do this for the fourth time. And I don't have to do this again. Like, this is a journey that is going to last forever. It's going to change and evolve over time, but I will never be at a place where I've already let myself get back to 190 pounds and I didn't see it coming. Like I didn't see it coming, or I didn't reel myself back in before. I'm like, okay, Carla, this is your plus or minus 5 pounds that you said you were going to stay in once you get to your goal, and you're trickling to the 5 pounds plus, and you need to reel it on back in. Okay. So I'm thankful for this journey and the journaling that I'm going to do more of, because it can help prevent me as well as you from having to go through this journey a fifth time. Okay. So journaling also helps celebrate successes as well as learn from the challenges. Journaling helps reflect on your wins, whether it's completing a fast or resisting a craving or boosting your confidence. And writing about those struggles helps us to process those setbacks and adjust our approach for if that time were to come again. So if you don't write about it, you won't be able to, I guess, efficiently manage and be able to jump back on the bandwagon as quick as possible, because you're going through the learning process again. When you've already learned it, you just need to reflect on it. You need to go back to your journal and read how you felt during the same exact time when you felt like this before, and what you did to get through it. So that'll help you to more efficiently get through the struggles. Okay. And number 5, journaling helps measure non-scale victories. Journaling helps us to capture benefits beyond just weight loss, such as improved mental clarity, better sleep. And I know for me, when I'm eating good, especially the no sugar, no flour regimen that I'm on, look, I be sleeping good. Okay. And it also helps you to track your energy. I have more energy now. Like, even at like work, they're like, oh, you're in a good mood. And I'm like, well, I feel that I am, and I know that I am, but it's because, like, I just genuinely feel good in my body. I feel cleaner. I'm not weighed down. I'm not stressed out. And believe it or not eating all the sugar and the flour really helps your mental clarity. Like, I just feel like I can think more thoroughly, think more freely. Like, my mind isn't clouded by the wanting, the cravings, or the chocolate all the time, unless Lady and Red is about to come in town, and it's like, okay, that's all I can think about. But once I had that chocolate, it was like a little moderate about amounts. I think I want to say it was 2 servings. I had either 4, somewhere between 4 and 6, and I measured them out. I didn't write down in my journal how many I ate, but I knew it was no more than 4 or 6. Okay. So, because I didn't have that, I don't buy a pack. So I can't have that many. I don't keep it with me anymore. But anyway, once I had those little couple of pieces of chocolate. I felt good. I was able to go about my day. It wasn't like, oh, I need to keep eating them, because in my head, I already know how I am about chocolate. And I mean, to be honest, to me, it's like a drug, like something I just got to keep having. So don't keep it at the house. Don't buy a whole bag. Look, have my couple of pieces and keep it moving. And look, I had it was good, but I don't need to have it again for another couple weeks. And for the end of this last 2 weeks, I haven't had any more chocolate, and I feel good about it. Like, I just needed to calm that chocolate voice in my head, and it took care of it, and I'm good to go. Okay, so I do encourage you to make journaling part of your routine, to create a space of mindfulness. So if you do have a little something that you want that is not mindlessly, like you know what you're doing, this is what you're going to allow yourself, and then you're going to jump back on what you're really supposed to be doing, which for me is no sugar, no flour at the moment. Okay, and that way you can enhance your overall success and remember what you did to make sure you stay on the bandwagon towards meeting your goals. Okay, so drum roll, please. Let's get to that fit check, ladies and gentlemen. I am super excited, okay, because these pics are current. In this past 2 weeks, y'all know how hard it was for me to get over into the 170s. It was like my body stayed at 184 ever in my head, but I was able to get down to 174.6 last week. And although sometimes I feel like my pictures don't reflect that, but I've shown the pictures on TikTok, we've seen, and on YouTube. Look, I was able to get down to 174.6, and my clothes reflected as well. And I've even had a couple people mention to me like I look like I'm trimming down, and I feel it in my clothes. Like, my clothes are fitting significantly looser, and it's just up to me to make sure I continue on the bandwagon, okay, until my pictures start to show it. And look, I'm not giving up. I don't want you to give up, and let's do this thing together, okay? So before Lady in Red started to come into town, I was able to get down to 174.6. Then as soon as she started coming in, my weight slowly started going up, and it actually went up to about 176.4. Then I just stopped getting on the scale because it was messing with my mindset and it was making me mad, so I just stopped getting on the scale. So I don't know where I am today with Lady in Red being on right now, or Lady in Red being in town right now, but I'm confident when she goes back home, my weight will come right back down, just like I was when I went to Las Vegas. I knew I ate a little bit off schedule. I had a little bit of sugar. I had my drinks. I knew my weight was going to be up, but I was not concerned about it coming back down, because I know that as soon as I get back home, I'm going to get back on my regimen, and everything is going to be good. And then, of course, the same thing with Lady in Red. When she goes out of town, the weight is going to come back down, okay? I also measured this week, or actually right before Lady in Red came into town, and my chest measured in at 40.75 inches. That's a quarter inch down from 2 weeks ago. My waist measured in at 34 inches. That's a half inch down from 2 weeks ago. And my hips measured in at 44.5 inches. That's 3/4 inches down from 2 weeks ago. Okay. So everything is going down. The measurements are looking good. The clothes are looking good. I just need my pictures to catch up with the numbers. Okay. But we are doing well. And once again, I'm not giving up. This here is the side view, definitely a work in progress, and we are going to keep it going. But I do see slight differences, like that booty look like she's going down to me. Still lifted, but getting smaller. And those arms are looking, it's I see the subtle changes, and we just got to focus on that, okay? And that's what I'm going to focus on. The pictures are going to catch up the way I want to. And before you know it, you won't be seeing no back rows, baby. All right. So the game plan for the next 2 weeks is to challenge ourselves to do a little better. I'm challenging myself to be consistent with 2 to 3 strength training workouts this month. And I'd love to hear in the chat what you are challenging yourself to do this next 2 weeks. What's going on, sis? Hey, Sharon. Yep, definitely grace and keeping it moving, which is something I had to learn to do. Like I didn't always I would speak to myself nasty, and that's not right. You ain't supposed to speak to yourself or nobody else nasty, okay? Especially if they don't deserve it, but we ain't gonna talk about that, okay? So I'd love to hear what y'all are doing to challenge yourself in this next 2 weeks. I'm also, and I do encourage you to continue to push the button. Y'all know I like the Fastic app, but there are plenty of apps that you can use to challenge your to capture your fasting regimens. And I'm going to continue to post my fast as well as my food choices on TikTok as well as YouTube, and to continue to keep my incentive outfit in mind. Awesome. So if you'd like to share with me what you are going to challenge yourself to do this next 2 weeks, that would be amazing. Here is my incentive outfit, and I can literally see myself back in this outfit by the end of the year. At this rate, with these pounds moving like they are and this toning going like it is, look, I'm going to be back in those pants and that shirt in no time, okay? So, accountability. This is your chance to hold yourself accountable and tell us how you're doing, to share the things you're doing well with or even struggling with. This is also your chance to ask questions if you have any, as well as, just share any tips of journaling or tips in your journey that you think someone else could use, okay? So feel free. Remember, I don't like to keep y'all long, so I'm gonna give y'all a few minutes, but you always know you can contact me on TikTok, Instagram, or YouTube if you would like to chit chat about your health journey or ask me any questions. All righty. So I'm going to say going once, going twice, gone, gone, and more gone. Well, thank you all so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell and hold yourself accountable. Our next accountability call is Sunday, September 22nd at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Please put it on your calendar because I'd love to see y'all there. And look, happy fasting, happy health journeys, and I will see you on the next one.